Catch a Vibe with Big S, only on Pulse 95.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and welcome to Catch a Vibe, episode number 4. And like I said yesterday, I'm going to count each and every episode because it's really a big deal. Shout out to Pulse 95 Radio and Sharjah Broadcast Authority for giving me this platform to do so. It's been something I've really been working on for a while. Catch a Vibe is the journey. We go through the songwriting process with these artists. We go through their, everything that they go through when they create the record. We talk to them about their records. We get to know them more. It's not just a place where you can come in, plug your next gig, and talk a little bit about a song and sing and leave. No, this is a place where, throughout the 3 episodes that we've done, it's more like a therapy for the artist and us as well, right here on Pulse 95, and personally for me. And I try to give, like, my favorite part of the show is definitely talking to them, but the intro is really important. But this one right here, I'm going to say this a lot. It's a special one for many reasons. For me, when I hear and listen to this incredible artist, I connect with her because she embodies this hard-working Arab artist that never really forget where she comes from, and at the same time is not really compromising anything in her in what she believes in order to fit in an industry. So that's one. Her ability to sing is unmatched. Number 3, I've had the pleasure to work with her on many occasions. One of the most professional people to work with, and one of the most hard-working artists we have in the UAE, period. That is a fact. It's not only me saying that. A lot of people also vouch for her with that element. In addition to, obviously, her taking the step to release her original music, which is like who she is. But she's beautiful inside out. The one, the only, Dina Stars. We're going to say salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Yeah, hello, Allah. How are you?
I am amazing.
Fam, thank you so much for your time.
I'm well, alhamdulillah.
Shout out to you.
My face is like so tight from smiling right now with all your sweet words.
I think it's the least thing, really. Like, seriously, you've impacted me. Maybe you don't know that, but you've impacted me with the way you talk about yourself, with the way you talk about our culture. Even though, like, when you're singing, which is mainly in English, we're going to talk about right now. You're amazing. So thank you so much for being on Catch a Vibe.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
I'm very excited. Dina, I gotta start with, you bought your first guitar at 13 and your own money?
Yeah.
Wow.
Correct.
Yeah. So what sparked that? What made you want to get? Was it something that you heard, you've seen on TV, or what made you get to that step?
I don't know, to be honest, because when I look back, guitar was my instrument. It was like the instrument that spoke to me, really. And I feel like because of that era, I was listening to a lot of Avril Lavigne and a lot of acoustic songs at that time. And the instrument really spoke to me. That when I reflect right now at an let's say adult age, I feel like piano. I relate so much to piano right now. But I feel like this continues to change because it's like it's a tool for me to songwrite. And at that time, I didn't like piano because my mom put me into piano lessons as a child, and I hated it because I was forced. And I dropped out of it. So then I was like, you know what? Guitar is my instrument. And it was like this tool for me to be able to express my songwriting abilities and start writing songs.
That's insane. We've had Jay Abu yesterday, and he had a similar story. It's like his parents kind of told him to do piano, and he stuck to guitar. Wow, this is amazing.
That's
Dina,
funny.
Jordanian singer songwriter. You've been obviously, here in the UAE.
Yeah.
I gotta talk about that step or that decision. When did you take the decision to, okay, you know what? I'm gonna release songs now to the world to see. When was that? Do you remember the day where you were like, I'm going to write my own songs and release it out to the world?
To be honest, I don't remember a specific day, but I know that has something that's been in me throughout my lifetime. Literally, as a little girl, that was my dream. Anybody that would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, a singer, an artist. Like, so I knew that, in my core. But when I really took that step, I took that, I believe, back in 2016 or 2017. I mean, these songs now, they don't exist because I've taken everything down. But at that time, I thought that I was ready. And I did that, but I realized I wasn't, and then I took everything down, and that's another story. But
but you did. But
I
you
did,
you
but
did
I
take
wasn't
this
really ready.
I get
To
it.
be honest, I wasn't really ready. It was more like, it felt more like, okay, everybody's doing it. I gotta do it. I need to jump on this train, and then obviously, you have different people that you're working with, and they're rushing you into doing something. So all in all, it wasn't really a pleasant experience. I learned so much out of it, but then I really took the time
Wow.
to think about it and to grow out of that experience and say, okay, these songs are literally, I'm putting my heart on my sleeve. So I want to present that in the time that I want and when I'm ready, and work with the people that I want to work with, and,
Wow.
and choose things take matters in my hands, and not just because I'm under pressure, I'm under that rush. So I say
the mic moment right here.
that happened really like 2 years, I would say, is it like 3 years ago? 2.5 years ago, and I was like, okay, that's it.
But fam, what you just said right now, I hope a lot of artists, upcoming artists,
Yeah.
hear that, because it takes a lot of guts to say that. What was that? Like you say, it wasn't a pleasant experience, unpleasant experience. I don't want to push too much on that, but what would you say is the most thing you learned out of that? Is what, the not rushing?
No, what did I learn out of that? Oh, that's a lot of lessons.
I know.
Honestly, it's,
Give me one.
Don't trust anybody. Not everybody who's gonna get into the studio with you knows your best interest. They might have the experience, but nobody knows you and your music, your
But you.
principles, your ethics, your morals than you. So never ever compromise that. No matter who you're in the studio with, inshallah Timberland,
Yeah.
whoever, literally.
See? What I said in the
So-
beginning. I said you have this. It never really, and I felt it, and and it's amazing what you just said right now, because I think it's really important. Indeed. Seriously. So God bless you for saying that. It takes a lot of courage to even say that. So no, thank you.
I just really want people to hear me out on this one, really, because people think, fame is everything. Working with the people who have the resources and the connections is everything, but it's not. It really is not. Not at the expense of your own yourself, yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. None of it. None of it.
And you guys are obviously, if you're watching this, you can see the determination even in your face when you're saying it.
Oh,
And that
man.
that for me is this. Like, seriously, this is a big round of applause.
Oh,
It's like a proud moment for me to see that, because I tell you this, I say this all the time, but it's different when it comes out from an artist. It's
Yeah.
different than coming out from, than me as a supporter of the artist. So
Yeah.
it's incredible that this is the start of the whole thing, and we started off like that, which is incredible.
getting started.
Yes. I want to play your record. What is this record?
This is my first single. This is actually Kill My Summer.
Come on, son. We
So-
played it on the radio.
Yeah, we did.
Um,
Like the first time that I was at Pulse.
Great.
Yeah.
So when you hear it, what sort of emotions run to you? Like, is it like, because some people are like, hey, it's cringe. This is back in the day. It's the first one. No, I love it. It reminds me of my first, obviously, kind of step I took. What is it for you?
I would say it's a bit of both.
Okay.
So I was just having a conversation with one of my really good friends. He's a musical director and a drummer that I
Okay.
work closely with, and we were talking about the song because we were re-reproducing it for a live experience. And I'm like, bro, this is my least favorite song. And he's like, are you kidding me? This is my favorite song for you.
Yeah, see?
And then he worked on the arrangements, and we really spiced it up. That now I'm like, this is my favorite song. Like, I love it. It sounds so cool. I mean, maybe now because we're working on a different experience and a more live version of it. So it really, it has a lot of spice to it. But I would say every time I listen to it, I'm like, this girl had some beef with somebody at that time, and I could sense it in her, in her songwriting.
And I think when we talk about songwriting, you have a, how do I say this? When I listen to the songs, that it's also showing what you went through, and correct me if I'm wrong, what you went through, and you're really trying to be as vulnerable as you are. But I feel you're not beautifying it, but it's just like I still want to hear more vulnerability from Dina Stars, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. It does. And I was just having a conversation about this yesterday. Actually, we were just discussing all the records that I've worked on last year that are all coming out this year, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I have an entire agenda rolled out till the end of December. So I'm really excited, fam. I'm really excited. But again, to where I am at now, these songs were at a different season. So people might hear these songs and be like, oh, they might have an idea about something, but it wasn't something that, it's not who I am right now. It's not what I feel right now. It's something that I've went through, and I kind of wanted to, take it out of, express it in a musical way. Whether it's about experiences, people that let you down, broke your heart, walked away, betrayed you.
100%.
People who get on your nerves even. Like, I just wanted to express that in a nice, sassy pop way.
Yes.
But then obviously, alhamdulillah, this year I've been a lot more calmer, and I know how to, and alhamdulillah again, how to deal with these things or how to deal with these people, that I'm like, what, it don't matter, I'm not gonna write a song about you.
But see, Dina, this is what's beautiful. What you just said right now is kind of really the epitome of why artists do that, because it's at the end of the day, it's also you are letting out all these, whether it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
It's just you're letting it out. And this is kind of beautifully said, how it's also an era. I'm pretty sure if you talk to any of the big artists, they will tell you they went through eras.
Right.
Like through periods that, they were good here, they were not good here, they were okay here, they didn't care here, and all that. And that's beautiful that you shared it with the world. So I salute you for it.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I'll be honest with you, and I'm not taking shades at anyone, so many people want to paint the picture everything is perfect.
Yeah, no.
And nothing's perfect. Only Allah is perfect. Like, only God is perfect.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
there isn't that image. And people will catch up
to
the whole, she or he is not giving us who they really are.
Yeah. I believe that at the end of the day, humans are so intelligent and very emotionally intelligent that you can identify if something is real or not, or fake, or you're trying to be something or authentic. So in my music, or at least with what I've been working with now, I'm trying to really put out my most authentic self, and not saying, okay, khalas, it's just going to be all very raw and vulnerable. But no, obviously we go through seasons. So the songs that you might be hearing in the coming months, and even the stuff I released, were literally a season that had passed. And because I'm still working on this thing, which is me opening up, to me, music is my form of expression. So I'm not able to have confrontations. I'm not able to speak up about these things. And, thank God for therapy. Thank God for people, your close friends and your family that's around you.
Yeah.
So to me, music was my gateway, my form of expression. But even with that, to be honest, I'm still not there fully to be able to express the way I want. And obviously that comes down to many factors.
Wow. Dina Stars dropping jewels today. This is the dropping jewels. Well, every time. This is incredible. We're going to take a short break. I'm playing this record. You know this record.
Yeah.
You. She's like, you. Dina Stars, you. This is Catch a Vibe. We'll be right back with the amazing Dina Stars. Let's go. Catch a Vibe.
Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, right here on our fourth episode of Catch a Vibe. It is just really beautiful doing this with me, the incredible Jordanian singer-songwriter Dina Stars. Dina, again, thank you so much for being with us.
Wow, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to
Mashallah
be
alayki. Wallah, God bless you. All right, so about 4 weeks ago, you released what is it, your latest record, PinkMoon.
PinkMoon.
I love it. We played it on you have a lot of songs on rotation, by the way, right here on Pulse 95.
Amazing! Thank
And
you.
I think this one is going to be also added to the rotation.
Thank you.
But tell me about PinkMoon. Well, right after everything that you've said in our first kind of segment, what's different in PinkMoon, and what do you see the evolution of Dina Stars in PinkMoon specifically?
Right. So, well, I'll get to the songwriting part, but for let's say the evolution of PinkMoon, it was a different way of songwriting for me that I have not tried before. So
in what way?
So in songwriting, most of the time you have formulas in writing. And in this song specifically, when I was writing it, I didn't want to stick to any formula. It's like, okay, I know the formulas, this and this and this and this. Okay, خلاص وبعدين. So in PinkMoon, I said, you know what, I'm going to try something different. And shout out to Bailuni, who produced the song.
Shout out to him.
At that time, he was saying, yo, Dina, I really like the way, I believe it was SZA, the way she writes. And he made me hear a couple of records. And I'm like, bro, that's so cool because I can't anticipate what's coming next. However, because we are so programmed that okay, it's got to be the verse and the chorus and this and that,
Correct.
like formulas. So I took that back home with me, and I decided to try to songwrite again, and that's how Pink Moon came into place. It just really had a flow.
Wow.
And I didn't stick to the formula that I know, but I experimented with something different that you can't even anticipate what's gonna come after the verse, because I changed melodies right there.
Was that did you get scared of that since you're not doing the
Oh, yeah.
formula thing?
Absolutely.
How'd you get over that?
I think encouragement. Like Bailuni was like, "Oh my God, this is my favorite song! Like it sounds fire!" And he was like, "It's not like the usual that we do, like the ABB or AABB, but it's that SZA sort of writing."
Would you say it was nice to kind of free dive?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's very important to keep an open mind. And of course, we love to have control over our songs, but to keep an open mind when you're writing. And also, I tried a different form of writing, which is in metaphor. So that's why Pink Moon is a metaphor for rare and unexpected events that happen in our lives. Because as you know, the Pink Moon comes once in a year.
Correct.
And in April. And I actually waited a whole year to release a song in April when the Pink Moon happened.
Yeah, Allah.
So,
About 4 weeks ago, right?
yeah. It happened in April, and that's when I dropped the song. But it's about rare and unexpected events that happen in our lives, and often that is with people that come and go. So I do have these people that come into your life like once a year, and then they go, but they leave that big impact on your life. So Pink Moon really talks about that.
You know what's insane? And this is what I wanna like when you put it like that, your perception of the song also changes.
Yeah.
A quick philosophical question before we hear it live.
Let's go.
Do you like that? Like when you talk about the song, right?
Yeah.
And you say what it is that about.
Yeah.
Right? So are you a fan of, okay, so this is what the song is about, now hear it, maybe you'll experience something else. Maybe you'll have a different, feeling. Are you a fan of this philosophy?
I am, because, if I hear a song and I don't know what it's about, I'm going to be very judgmental, honestly, from the first, listen. But then when I hear somebody explain what it's about and...
it takes you in a different...
Yeah, I actually understand what the artist is trying, what's the message that they're trying to convey. Because if I had heard the song, to be honest, and if I was not the songwriter, I'd be like, what is she talking about? Your pink moon, pink, coming like a pink moon. What coming like a pink moon? But then, it's also the verses that's taking you on a journey. Yeah. And why is it a pink moon? Why it's not a blue moon? You know what I mean? So it's
I love that.
I understand. Obviously I'm the songwriter, but I understand what the song is about and what I believe every artist should do that.
How long did it take you to write this?
It didn't take long, to be honest. It was, it was
was it done in, obviously,
I think it was done in 2 sessions.
Okay,
yeah,
wow.
It was 2 sessions. Wrote the song, brought it back to Bailuni. He changed a bit of the words. We co-write together. So, and then, the vocals, the session, blam, 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 done.
Amazing. All the technical work. Okay.
Yeah.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
Welcome back to Catch a Vibe with me, Big Hass. Catch a Vibe, if this is the first time you're tuning in, it's actually Pulse's first and only music dedicated radio show, and it's an honor really to have all these incredible guests every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. Today is our 4th obviously episode, and we are with the wonderful, the amazing, out of Jordan, Dina Stars. Dina, something that has nothing to do with music, but obviously, we have the Jordanian royal wedding taking place, or took place. I feel like it was so nice to see people from the Arab region celebrating, because we always see the royal weddings in the West, right? Like we've seen the Princess Diana's, we've seen the, Kate's, we've seen the Meghan. It's always it's not our sound. It's not.
Yeah.
How does it feel to see the sound, the colors that we have in the region?
Honestly, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. If you had asked me this question, 5-6 years ago, I would have not had a comment. But over the years, I've been having this love and appreciation to our roots and our culture. And I'm always saying, okay, yeah, the West is always doing great things, and let's copy it and do that. But over the last, 1-2 years, we've been it's been changing in my mind that I'm like, no, actually, we have so much potential right here and homegrown, you know, that it deserves to be out there. So whether it's the royal wedding or whether it's, you know, an Arab lady flying to the moon or a singer that's making it, you know, worldwide, we deserve that recognition because
we're not missing anything. Correct. And it's not a hate against the West. I'm just saying it was nice to see obviously our colors, our like, you know, all the beautiful songs that come with it.
It's
like,
amazing.
You relate to that.
Yeah, it's a moment of pride.
I say this because if you follow Dina Stars on social media, you become a fan. I swear to God. You become a fan because of obviously she talks about her music. She talks about, you know, her routine, her daily routine. One of the things, though, and I hope you don't mind me, I'm talking about this. One of the things I personally love is when you surprise family members, and when you surprise them. Oh my God, the things that she does, like when you surprise, you know, your family and all. Was it your
my
grandma,
my uncle?
Oh man, there's one video we cried, me and my wife. We were like, wow. Yeah, I remember that. You know, the video. Allah. So take me through, because look, I want to say this. It doesn't come out as something you want to make content from. It's just you're documenting it, and it's a sweet moment. Take me through, obviously, your social media kind of routine, and how important is that in your life right now?
Well, to be honest, it's like it's become a part of me. And a lot of people see social media as something that's toxic and all of that. And, you know, for some time I used to see it that way, but I changed my entire perspective about it, because when I started on social media, I purely just started sharing my days, how I'm doing, what I'm doing, you know, like that was me. So I never really thought twice about it. And then over the years, I started getting messages of people saying, I would just love how you know, transparent you are, and how, you know, you can just go on and be without makeup and you don't care. And these kind of comments, I never noticed these things. Honestly, it's like, to me, it's like, okay, khalas, you know, I go on and I do what I do, and that's it, because that's how I've always felt about it. Obviously, these standards also started to change over time because, you know, social media requires you to be in a certain standard or beauty standard. And I try not to fall into that trap a lot of the time. So I have to consciously be there. So when I'm sharing things, when I'm documenting things, that's just literally me just sharing. And it's like my vlogging, but I'm just posting it. So I have a habit of, you know, documenting things anyway. But the only difference is now I'm actually posting it. I'm sharing it with people.
God bless you. I love it. I know for a fact, because we've had you on Pulse 95 Radio before, you said something about the family support in the beginning wasn't maybe there, correct?
Yeah.
What was the spark for that to change? Because I know they support you.
Yeah.
They, you know,
so they're my biggest fans now.
Amazing. And shout out to them. And I can't wait to meet them, by the way. I just want to say, I got to meet them. I can't believe I haven't met.
I didn't tell you. So I was speaking to my grandma like a few days ago. I called her and she was like, Dina, I was just watching an interview on YouTube that I found with this man called Hassan.
Huh?
And I'm like, yes? And I was like, what is it? She's like, it's a radio interview. I'm like, oh my God, Teta. That was like 5 years ago or something. I don't know. But she was like, he is so gentle. He is so nice.
Your grandma said that?
His heart is beautiful. I'm like, I know.
Yo, I got to meet her because I love her too.
Fam, you have no idea. We like took 2 minutes talking about you. It's like, he really loves you. He really is so genuine. You know, he supports you. And I'm like, you have no idea.
But I got to meet them. I'm just saying right here on the radio. I got to meet them because there's this, every time you post, talking on social media again, you post the family, you know, you have an amazing husband, by the way. Shout out to him. Incredible guy.
Shout out to him,
you know, and for sure. And it's just amazing to see. So, God bless her. Please pass my regards to her.
I definitely will.
But how important is that family support? And when was the kind of change to support Dina Stars, the artist?
Yeah. Well, wow, that was a journey itself, honestly. When I look back, it was really not easy. Alhamdulillah, it came with time. To be honest, when I first started doing music, I wanted it more than anything.
Yes.
So even if it had to be against my family, that's how I initially started. I started by hiding it from my family. I didn't tell them that I was, you know, doing gigs around. Eventually, I had to tell them. You know, and I hope whoever hears me will not take this in a wrong way. But when you're also walking with, let's say, with the conscience that, you know, God exists and the fear of God is there, you never want to do something against your parents' blessings.
Facts.
So I would never want to do something and I don't get my family's blessings over it.
Wow.
So with that close walk for me, I had to really come to a time where I had to sit my parents down and be like, Mom, Dad, I love this. I love music. I love what I'm doing. And I really want you to genuinely support me and know that I'm not gonna, sell myself, sell my body and all of that. Like, I know how I've been brought up, and I want you to know that I know, and it's embedded in me. So I want you to trust me and trust the decisions that I'm making. But the truth is, I've been gigging, I've been making money. I have songs I've written. I'd love to play them for you. I want you to know that this is important for me, and if you really love me, I want you to support me.
Wow.
And we had nights and days of conversations about this. And then, they finally came to an agreement, and they said, you know what, we'll be there to advise you.
Wow.
We believe that you will not fall in the wrong path.
Yes.
But we see how important this is for you, and we've always known you're musically talented. So we just don't want you to get disappointed. We don't want your heart to be broken if it doesn't work out for you. And I'm like, don't worry about it. It will break if I don't pursue it. I won't know until I try.
I'm sure that was a tough conversation.
It was. When I really look back, it was days and nights I'm crying out to God, and I'm like, God, please, why can't they see it, God? Why can't they see it the way I see it? But I mean, I was a little girl back then, so I don't blame my parents. I was like 21. Obviously, my parents' eyes, I'm still their little girl. Even if I'm married now,
You'll always be.
I will always be. yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to them, it's like, we have to be protective of you, and the industry is.
Look, if I may say, I've been doing this for quite some time, since 2006 actually, and I would notice a trend.
Yeah.
I'm from Saudi Arabia, and I always say I've seen parents crush their son or daughter's dream. I've seen it. I've seen it live. Now, when I say that, the main reason, now sometimes it's like maybe 5% is just we just don't want you to do it. Don't do it.
Right.
The others, it's just they're worried about you financing out of benefiting from it. They're just worried. In our region, there is no kind of 1+1. You're gonna make money. Are you gonna live on your own? When we're not here to provide. This is, believe me, sadly, what they're afraid of. And I understand them, but I salute them for having this kind of way with you and said, you know what? Because I know they're looking after, and they're it's. Do they have a favorite song by any chance?
I think Nobody But You.
Nice.
It came out, I think. It came out in February, so that was like 3 months ago. They also like Hard Away.
Oh.
I think they really like the emotional, ballad. The stuff where it brings out more of my vocals. They're a fan of that. They're like, yeah, we like this pop stuff, but let's hear more of your voice, like production is good, but we gotta hear your voice.
God bless them. Okay. D, if you can focus on what you hear right now on your headsets and tell me the first thing that you feel. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm like Egypt al-Eid, you know what Egypt al-Eid is? Like, I messed it up.
Oh my God!
Well, she figured it out.
Oh, come on. Like, I'm such a little girl. Like, I get excited like anything when it comes to...
What is that?
Trance, Armin van Buuren, blah, 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 blah.
So I got to talk about this. Because this, for me, I feel it's something that you don't talk about a lot. Like, I feel you have a passion.
I do.
And I've always said to you, I'm looking for that big record. Like an Armin van Buuren and all these guys and Dina Stars. You have that voice. In what way does trance and that type of music connect with you? What is it? Is it an event you've seen? Is it the emotions?
Man, oh my days. Literally.
So see, it's way different than the kind of music that you do.
Oh my days, yes, it is. I don't even have I do have the words to articulate it.
Okay.
And I recently was able to explain it to my husband.
Okay.
I think in an understandable way. I started listening to trance at a very young age. I was about, I don't even know, to be honest. No, I do. I was about 14, 15 years old.
Wow, okay.
And when I first heard trance, I was like, this is noise. This is noise. I don't get it. And I had a best friend back then. He used to play it all the time. And I'm like, this is noise. Like, turn that stuff off, I found myself tuning in later. So there's the Armin show that happens every Thursday.
Correct. Yes.
And I started tuning into that, and I just got hooked. And it was something about the music that really moved me. I don't understand it. At that time, vocal trance and melodic trance was not so popular.
Correct.
It was just mostly just the beat. So I was very much into the instruments that I can hear. So
the production element.
Everything that I can hear. I would make my mom listen to something, and she's like, Dina, this is noise. And I'm like, Mom, can't you hear the 13 different instruments that are being played?
God bless.
And she's like, I don't get it. So what I was trying to explain to my husband the other week is because sometimes I feel like I'm misunderstood, and sometimes I feel like there's so much going on in my brain that I'm not able to express or articulate the words, find the words to articulate. So trance music, EDM, because of how many elements there is in one track, I was able to not just hear the elements, but see them and feel them.
Wow.
And I felt for once my complicated mind was understood in a genre.
That's insane what you just said.
Because I see it, and I'm explaining the colors and the stuff that I'm seeing.
Wow.
But like, it's like, oh, it's noise. It's just bum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, bum, ba, dum. But it's like, no. There's literally 17 different elements playing right now. Yeah. And I can see them.
You know, my one and only is also a big fan of that, and she actually hooked me up to that. So when we first met,
Wow.
it was her thing, and I was like, nah, that's noise too. Like, I was like, what is that? And I was like, no, and she said the same thing.
Oh,
that's insane,
her.
right? So it's insane that we like, I couldn't see it, but then when they told me that, it was different. So, wow, very interesting.
It's a feeling I can't express, really.
Are we? Is that one of the bucket list, let's say, of Dina Stars, to be like on a trance record, like a vocal trance record?
It is, and I know. Every time somebody asks me like, "What's your ultimate dream?" and I know I'm gonna keep saying this, and
throw it out.
Inshallah, it's gonna happen one day. I am gonna be on a track with Armin van Buuren, and not just that. I am gonna do I'm gonna do collaborations with DJs on that, because yes, I love my music. I love pop. I love the ballads and the stuff that I write. But really, the joy that I find in writing for DJs and writing top lines, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I doing that for them? That should be my own work. Why am I putting in that extra hours for them? Okay, I'm the feature right there. But how amazing it is when I'm putting that same energy into my own stuff, and and put myself in that EDM world. But then obviously the fear comes, because I'm like, people don't understand this genre. The niche is very small,
Yes.
and then you start
It got
to fall
smaller,
into,
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am keeping an open mind, to be honest.
But I can't wait. Like, I personally, I'm looking for that. Like, it's one of those things. I know it's in your bucket list, but guess what? It's on my bucket list as well. I want you to do it. I want you to do it, because I can tell you can already sound. It will be amazing. It will be like,
it's a dream.
It's no brainer. All right, everyone listening to this interview right now, let's all pray that this happens. Dina Stars, Armin van Buuren. It would be funny if you actually did, and a few years later from now, we listen to this interview.
I want everyone to go spam Armin van Buuren and tag me and tell him he needs to collaborate with me.
Well, this is the camera.
I believe we can do real good music, fam. I believe it.
Let's do it. This is a direct message right here from Dina Stars to Armin van Buuren. We will be right back. I'm playing Nobody But You by the amazing Dina Stars right now. Keep it locked. Do not go anywhere.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are still with you guys right here on Pulse 95 Radio. Catch a vibe. With me is a singer, songwriter, human being, Dina Stars. She's incredible. I mean, for me, just getting to know her even more, and you think you really know everything, but then I'm telling you, just amazing. Mashallah, mashallah. God bless you, D. Thank you so much for being again.
Thank you.
So this is my question before we hear you. Obviously do another record. What is the hardest record you had to write? Like, you came up with, but it was hard. Not technically, just kind of emotionally.
Woo! Emotionally.
Maybe it's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet. But that's actually funny, because I actually played that track on Pulse 95. I think 5 years ago when I came, or 4 years ago. It was it's a track called Still, and it's gonna come out later this year. That was the easiest track to write, but the hardest track also, because it was just plain emotions, plain, like, I'm going through that something, and I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to talk about it. I don't know. It's containing me. And I just picked up my guitar and I just started playing chords, and there you go. The song came out. And I recorded it on the spot, like in my voice notes. And I said, okay, this needs to this needs to be a song.
So okay, amazing. Do you have plans for this song?
Oh yeah.
to
Oh,
come
I
out?
have big
Okay.
plans for the song. That's
Okay.
why I'm keeping it for the
Okay.
best.
Amazing. Okay.
Best for last.
Okay, amazing. So you have your beautiful guitar right here.
Shout out to
can, we
Lava
can we talk
Music.
about the guitar a little bit? Because
Yes.
amazing.
I'd love to. Actually, I was just telling Laris before we walked in, I love this guitar. It was actually gifted to me by Lava Music.
Lava Music.
Yeah, they are doing amazing micro fiber guitars. So the reason why it's special is because I haven't touched this guitar in a couple of months now.
Okay.
But it never goes out of tune because of the
Really?
material. Yeah. So it doesn't get affected by the weather.
Never.
No.
It just stays. You tune it once.
I mean, I tuned it and I just left it, right? But then today I picked it up. I was like, oh, I would like to play this today. And then I wanted to tune it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already tuned.
That's amazing.
But that's because of the material, so it doesn't go out of tune because it's not like natural wood or something. So the material sustains up to like the coldest weather and the hottest weather.
Looks good.
So I can leave it in the cold, I can leave it in the heat, and it will not, damage the body. It will not damage the sound or
amazing.
anything. Yeah, so I love it. I love it. It's
Shout
gorgeous.
out to them. Lava Music, right?
Yeah,
Shout
Lava
out to them.
Music.
Big love. Okay.
matches
What
me.
can you what can we hear right now? Anything. Like anything that you feel like you could do.
I'm gonna do a bit of a lovey-dovey emotional song.
Okay.
This one is called Nobody But You.
Ooh.
It came out back in February.
Yeah.
End of February. So yeah, it's still fairly a new song.
Yeah,
and,
we love this record. It's also one of those records that I'm telling you, maybe
Yeah.
one of the like your top 3 kind of artist kind of songs on rotation right here on Pulse. We love you right here on Pulse 95.
Thank you guys.
Right.
I love you guys too.
Seriously, it's amazing. All right, Dina Stars with Nobody
Thank you.
But You. Take it away, T.
Who knew that love could take away my fears? 'Cause I got way too comfortable hiding them for years. And maybe getting here wasn't that hard. 'Cause ever since I met you, I knew from the start it's nobody but you. I'd share all my life with nobody but you. I'd give all my heart to nobody but you. Baby, I know the only one I belong to is nobody but you. Nobody but you.
I'm gonna get a cry. What?
So you guys can check out the rest of the song.
Yeah, I got. It was like a few seconds. I would have definitely cried it out right here. Wow. D, can I ask you a bit of a tough question?
Sure,
It's
go
tough.
ahead.
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
When I say tough, it's a bit maybe also personal.
Alright.
What is the role of faith in the music that you do? Like, how important is that in your life?
Ooh, it's literally everything to me. By all means, faith is like my firm foundation. It's my essence, my being, above anything else. Whether it be, my husband, my family, everyone, literally everyone. That is, faith is first. And then for me to be a better person, for me to be a better wife, a better daughter, a better human being, I gotta get my faith right. And when that is on the, on the right path, everything else exists according to God's will.
Wow, beautifully said. I'll follow up on that. Do you feel the way that we are in this music community, in this music life, it's not diverting you, but it's like challenging to keep that also like your faith as strong as it, or no, or maybe you feel like but sometimes you feel like peer pressure or around you, everyone else is doing it, that means it must be right. Do you feel the sort of pressure?
I do. I do. And it gets hard at times because, I'm always striving to be the best version of myself and doing things in the right way and according to my faith and obviously the way my parents raised me to. So with the industry that I'm in, I do find myself being challenged a lot of the times. But then I just remind myself that, you just said this in our break time about this whole, verification as well. That I don't need that verification from people. I don't need that validation from people.
Facts.
I just need that from Allah, and that's it.
Facts.
As long as, God has got me, I know everything else will be okay and it's going to move me.
Wow.
And so, and many times I find myself like, yeah, but, it's cool. Like, okay, I could do this, I could do that, or but something pulls me back and humbles me again and reminds me, but that's not you, Dina. And I feel like, when you keep faith so close to you, you're able to discern the path that God has for you.
What? Drop the music for this one. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys what that D? You're writing a book or something soon? Like, what's happening right here?
I hope so. I hope so one day. No, but I
That's
really,
beautiful. Yeah, I
I
hear
really
you.
hope that, my words encourage and inspire somebody to know that, as long as you're putting your faith first, everything else comes along. God is the only person that knows your best interest.
Fact.
It's not your family. It's not your friends. It really is God, and that's it.
Man. So I know for a fact, and this is something I should definitely discuss in the beginning, but you had like a career, like a work career.
Yeah.
And obviously, so first, how do you, does it somehow go back to this kind of thinking? You go like, oh wow, I had a salary, I had a certain thing going on.
Yeah.
And do you miss that? Oh, you know what? This comes with different challenges. I'm dealing with it. This is my way, my passion. What goes on in your mind through that?
Well, I mean, I don't miss it, no, but I do love stability.
Yeah.
And I think as women, this is like, one of our essence. We love to be stable. We love to be, reminded that we're cared for and all of that stuff. We're very emotionally driven people, humans. So, of course, I love the feeling of stability. I love knowing that I have a steady income coming every month. But I also know that the path that I chose is not normal. And it's not your ordinary path. It's not the 9-to-5 job. I work beyond 9 to 6, beyond 9 to 8.
Correct.
And I gotta wake up every day and choose, consciously choose that I need to do this. Not like somebody's forcing me, but I have to make a choice. And it's that choice that I know I put myself there. So I put myself in that position. So I'm accepting that you know what, it's about the seed that you're sowing, and I know I'm sowing a seed right there.
Wow.
And I know the seed is gonna grow. I just gotta water it, I gotta plant it, I gotta feed it, I gotta give it light, I gotta give it love, and that seed is gonna grow. And that's the same thing with with my journey with music. As long as I have my my goals are in line, in check, and I choose to wake up every day and do what I love, because that's the life I chose 6 years ago when I took the
decision,
the decision
to leave
do-
that
absolutely.
workplace and come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like I said in the beginning, you're one of the most hardworking artists that we have. What does live performances mean to you, Dina? Because you take the crowd on a journey. I've seen you rock a crowd, and look, the crowd sometimes all over the world, maybe it could be a tough crowd.
Yeah.
And sometimes you handle that beautifully.
Yeah.
And with the experience that you have, I'm like, I always talk about you like that. And guess who I spoke to recently about this? Abri. You all know,
I love Abri.
and he is also one of those people that
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
just take you on a journey. And
Yeah.
I said your name. He's like, yeah, she's like, I'm like, man, she's like, mashallah, like, she's really good at, taking the crowd and talking
Yeah.
to them. So what does live performance mean to you?
It's really human connection. So I've just had a show like a couple of weeks ago, and it was very challenging for me. Like, I almost felt that my soul was grieving, and I just wanted to drop the mic and walk away. I'm like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm literally a product right now. What's the matter? Where are people? Why isn't anybody present? But then I said, you know what, hold on for a second. Like, there must be more to this. This is just a moment. And I gotta change. I had to make a flip in the moment. I'm very, very conscious of myself. So in that moment, I said, look, Dina, just close your eyes, sing remember that feeling when you dropped everything and you wanted music more than anything and more than anyone?
Wow.
Go back to that feeling and be in that moment. And that really changed my mind. At that, I closed my eyes. I remembered that feeling of just, this is what I really want to do. This is like, when I'm on stage, I really lose everyone. I lose everything because I just love the stage. I love connecting with people. I love these eye contacts. I know somebody's sitting right there and having not a good day, and somebody's in a mood, or somebody's in a mood to dance. So I try to be as present as I can and really give people that feeling, because as artists, that's our duty. I have to make you feel something. Not I have to, but
It comes with. I get it. Like,
It
you know,
comes
as an artist, no, 100%. I wouldn't say it's like the duty part is like you're an artist. So yeah, definitely you have a lot of responsibility and empowering towards your fellow humans. You know.
Yeah, like how can I make your day better, you know? And by
beautiful.
making your day better, that makes me feel like I'm doing also well, because I'm not just gonna be up on stage and just sing you a couple of songs and leave. Like, okay, I can entertain.
That I can tell you guys.
But-
I've seen her do do shows, and one of the shows I remember was like it was in the Dubai Media City, and the way she addressed the crowd was mainly coming out for a lunch break.
Right.
The way her opening was like, "Hey, I was one of you guys. I was one of the, I had the 9 to 5 job. I did this and did that, and I followed my passion." And I swear, after I said that, there were people sitting next to me. They gravitated automatically to what you're saying. So you see what it means. Because you said that, and I
Yeah.
think you kind of really custom your words to wherever setting you're at,
Absolutely.
and that is a talent, fam. Like
Oh, thank
seriously,
you.
God
Thank
bless you.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I gotta talk about the things that you're be releasing. So,
Right.
what was the song called? Still.
Still, yeah.
Still. Okay. So, but let's say in the next till December, let's say,
Right.
what is on Dina Stars' kind of like release plan? Just tell me the things that you can talk about.
So we're talking about music, right?
Music.
Only music.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say every 6 weeks there's a new song coming out.
That's a big statement. Every
So,
6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks.
Every
Every 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
And you have the order,
Yeah, it's all done and dusted.
mixed and mastered.
Yes, mixed and
They're ready.
mastered. Ready. They're
Okay.
they need to be rolled out, and obviously I work on the visuals, in the time where I need to, before like it comes out.
Okay.
And I have a whole like 21-day process.
Can
and
we
all.
hear like how many songs is that? Like are we
Well,
talking
if we, I would say
4 to 5 songs?
5 songs.
5 songs.
5 songs. Yeah.
Do you have one that you can talk about like right now?
Yeah, I could talk about all of them.
Oh wow.
No, I mean they're all really awesome, but I gotta say I'm the most excited about Still.
Still, okay.
Because Still is gonna come out with a beautiful music video production.
Ya Allah.
And for a long time, I haven't really invested into music videos. I
Yes.
mean, I did, the video of You.
Yeah.
And I did some visuals for PinkMoon and Nobody But You. But really, to take in that time to, like the moment I wrote Still, I saw a music video before I even,
Amazing.
produced the song. Before the song was done, I already saw the visuals. So that has been sitting in my mind for in my head, literally for years. And now I'm like, it's beautiful to translate these thoughts into a music video and really tell that story. So I'm the most excited about this
About
release.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay. Still.
And this is gonna be like towards the fall time.
The full time.
It's a fall song.
It's a
I'm very seasonal.
No. Actually, that is a science.
Oh,
There's
sweet,
science
okay.
on.
Sweet.
They were talking to Drake the other day, and he said something about that. So
Really?
yeah, it is a
Okay.
science. It is
Amazing.
that.
Amazing.
Man, oh man. I mean, look, having this conversation with you, I want to thank you for your time. I wanna really say something. I think you got tired of me saying that, but I want to say it again. Thank you for standing still amongst all these kind of, I want to say even temptations, all these things that come to us in the music community, and what you said about your faith. I think it's really, really, truly important and very hard to do.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, because that, for me, when I see that, I get inspired.
Oh.
And I'm not an artist or a producer or all that. I get inspired by seeing that.
glad.
And I see it. So many people get inspired from that. So thank you for that. I want to shout out your parents, because I think it's really important to have their support and their blessing.
Yeah.
And, I just can't wait to meet them. I want to shout out your husband. Amazing guy. Every time I see this guy, it's just really amazing. Seriously, what a guy. May Allah bless you both.
Thank you.
And then last but not least, I cannot wait to hear specifically with Still. I cannot wait to see the evolution of Dina Stars. I cannot wait to see what is the world and the universe holding and getting ready. So I would say my last question is, what's your dream? Like, what is Dina Stars' dream?
I think we spoke about this during.
Yeah, we did. Like, no, I mean, in your journey,
yeah.
what's something that we can, obviously, kind of address right now to the
Right.
world and see. We talked about the, obviously, the Armin van Buren situation.
Yeah.
Hopefully it happens and it's out there. But what is the Dina Stars, when you look between you and yourself, when you're sitting down, what's something you really want to accomplish in this music thing?
To connect and touch lives as much as possible. The world is only getting darker and darker. and it's so scary. Every day I wake up and, it discourages me so much. But I'm always reminded that we are here, we're put on earth to be a light for other people. And I feel that sense of burden for me. So if I can really touch lives and change people and the way they feel, or comfort them, or really bring them to a place where they feel safe with my music, I want to be that voice. I want to be that for people.
That's a continuous dream. Like, that's something that you can do every
day. I choose, and I'm saying I want to, like, not on this level, but on a global level. And that is my dream. I honestly, and fam, we spoke about this already. I don't care about fame.
Yeah.
I care about success. So fame, it really doesn't matter for me. I care about my name being out there and touching lives and transforming people's lives and really having an impact, inspiring people. Otherwise, I'm just gonna feel useless, to be honest. Like, what am I put on earth here for?
Yeah. See, this is, again, it's just another reminder why this, human being that we're talking to right now, have this way of thinking, and this is what needs to be empowered, in my opinion. And needs to be amplified, empowered, all that stuff. So for me, as Hassan, I'm doing my job to empower that. Right. You can do your job to brag about Dina Stars' music. When you see her, when you hear this, brag about it, because this kind of thinking is really very, very important. Very, very proud of you. I had to end the interview, obviously, right now, but I got to ask you one thing that you inspired me with right now. How do you, as Dina Stars, deal with the low days that you go through? I mean, I know you depend a lot on your faith.
Yeah.
That is out there. You made that clear.
Yeah.
Is that the only way? Like, when you go through these low days and you're spending time with your, of course, husband and family?
Yeah, I mean, faith is a very big part of my life. So that's literally it's the only thing I have to count on. But then obviously I'm human, right? So I need that human connection too. So I'm blessed to have a supportive husband and my family and people that I can talk to. So I try not to cocoon up, because I really put everything in. And even if it's just like, I tell my husband, like, can we just go for a karak drive? We do karak drives every single day. Like, we just drive around, we have a karak, and we talk about our feelings.
Yeah.
And he always reminds me that, Dina, it's just a moment. What you're feeling right now is a moment of something very big. So you can have your moment, but you know that this is just a moment. You're going to pass it.
Yeah. Wow.
And
love that.
Yeah, you just really need faith and good people around you.
Yeah. See, yeah, and this is it. And Karak. Dina Stars, thank you so much for being my fourth guest, obviously, in this catch up. Thank you so much. Hopefully you had a good time, and
I had a wonderful time.
It was just so nice to hear everything that you're working on. Again, please go stream Dina Stars. You can find her on all streaming services and YouTube and everything in between, and of course her social media, which I think is really some kind of medicine for the soul sometimes when you watch it. Seriously, I'm saying.
Can I say two things?
Sure.
Okay, one thing is, to every single person that's watching and listening, guys, really, I just want to emphasize on this. Artists like me, independent artists, I know that we don't need record labels to back us up.
Fact.
We have platforms like this, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, we have these platforms to put our music out there, but the most important element is you. You guys you're
in power.
You are the people that are backing us up, that are bringing us to these places by your support. So I really genuinely want you guys to go and support local artists, support me, listen to my music, listen to other artists too, because we need you guys for us to also grow, And another thing I want to say is thank you so much for having a platform where we are able to feel comfortable in expressing and sharing things, and really you're always giving the safe space for us artists to really talk about our projects, our feelings, and what we're going through. Normally it's just about pam pam pam, okay, music, yalla, bye.
Yeah.
But really I always have a good time every time I'm sitting with you, because we talk deep,
Yeah. Same thing, fam. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is our time. Catch us again next week, you guys. Peace and love. Thank you so much for everybody that's been, of course, tuning in. Catch a Vibe. You can, check it out on the podcast and all streaming, obviously services. Some episodes are also video on YouTube. And we say peace and love. Dina, thank you so much.
Thank you, fam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam.